Okay, there are some examples we have already witnessed for so many times. For example, some brave investors they just obtained or bought some copper mines or gold mines at relatively or extremely lower prices. And what will they do for those mines? Okay, they know. Okay, they will be chased. They know they will be persecuted, and even they are indeed afraid of following troubles and problems. So what will they do? Okay, they will make some unrestricted exploration to the mines, regardless of environmental stewardship or environmental protection. No matter the water and sources losses, no matter it will pollute the air, the water, or the soil, they just do not care about it. They will explore the mine to the extreme level, and they just do not take care of their labor's safety and security. Okay, they just want to make money. They hope their earnings will recover the principals, and all they want is in the pursuit of the profits and benefits after earning money. Okay, they will run away or they will change their nationalities. They will live in foreign countries. That has already become the common operation and routine for some investors. And if they transfer their money to foreign lands and their body is living in foreign land or they are completely safe. Okay, we have already seen some examples, and in China there is a joke. Okay, the money is mine, but my life belongs to the holding party, and no one could escape from that. And it reminds me of the collapse of former USSR when after the former Soviet Union collapsing, some businessmen, if you are smart enough, they have already obtained the state-owned access or resources at lower prices, and gradually they grow bigger and stronger and turn themselves into oligarchs. And even some oligarchs have already manipulated Russian economic operation and development. And so, how will the Russian government deal with them? They were persecuted, and they were put in prison, and it is the same way to China. I think we learned it, or we just followed it from Russia, and Russia is always our good tutor and teacher, and so in accordance with some reports, lots of Russian entrepreneurs were persecuted, and Russian government are still accountable for what they done before the collapse of USSR collapsing, and we just learned it from Russia, and Russia is our teacher. We have to say that. And Hubei is just a good case in point. It is a trail and pilot zone, and we could say it's time note. It was held before the fourth plenary session, and it paved the way for the conference. And we are now seeing the collapsing economic development, and we are now disconnecting with the whole world, and China is becoming isolated than before, and that is the time note, and we have already seen some troubles in our society, especially after the outbreak of COVID-19, and people are suffering from miserable and sad life, and lots of people become unemployed. They could not find a job. Even those college students, after graduation from universities, it is quite difficult for them to find a job. They have to be a food delivery man or to drive some online car hiring or become a taxi driver. And there is no denying that it indeed made tremendous achievement after the reform and opening up. But is this movement or campaign welcomed in the public? I believe no. I believe no, because the time has already changed and the international environment has already been changed, and the whole Western civilized world knows that we are still what we were, and our government cannot be changed. Okay, maybe at the very beginning they hope we do some business with you, we make you rich, and then with the economic or financial development where it will indeed positively influence your government and it will bring some governmental restructuring or reform in China, it will be a friend or will be a member to the modern civilized world. But no, we changed nothing. Even after the economic development, we are become a bigger threat to the global security, and that is they are not expected. And now it is the time node we could see under the gloomy economic circumstances. The society is breaking down, the economic is collapsing, the government just makes a new try to save it, to prolong their own life, and whether it could be success, I think for the short sight, I think for short term it could make some achievement, but for the long run, it will not, because you are the goose which lays the golden egg, and there is a knife waiting for you 2 decades ago. Thank you all. Welcome to Frank's talk show. Thank you very